Welcome back, guys, to another episode of the Dinner Bros Pod. Here, I got my guy Carlicioso, formerly known as Ryan Johnson, with me in the house today. We also have a very special guest here with us, Melanie Cox, helping us navigate the conversation of clear intentions. But I know, right? Juicy. But before we get into that, Mel, would you mind, I guess, telling the people, where you're from, how you got to be in Nashville, just kind of give us your background there?
Yeah, so I have been in Nashville almost 4 years. I moved here from Tampa, and I moved here after a breakup, which was the best decision ever.
Mm-hmm.
And now I own a real estate company here in Nashville.
The best way to get over a guy is
make money.
To get under a guy. I thought that's what they said. I thought that's what they always said. Yeah. So originally from Tampa. So is that where you went to high school?
I went to high school outside of Chicago, and then I moved to Tampa right outside of high school.
Got you. So college in Tampa?
I tried college. Yeah. I got my associates and got into real estate.
Well, now you own your own company, though.
Yeah.
So clearly successful.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you drive a Lexus coming in, had it all blacked out and everything. So.
I made you take a ride in that.
Yeah. Maybe one day. So
2 days.
But since you've been in Nashville, what, 3-4 years?
Almost 4 years.
Almost 4 years?
Yeah.
Yeah. How has your experience been here in the city? Have you absolutely fallen in love with it? Do you regret moving here?
No, I love it. I love it so much. I feel like the people are nice. The food's great. It has all the things that I like to do. Mm-hmm. And it's so central. You can pretty much go anywhere.
And then with that, how would you compare that to Tampa? Is most of your family still there, or? My
mom's just south of Tampa, but I feel like this is home for sure.
Home meaning you think you could live out, let's say the good Lord allows you to live another 50, 60, 70 years, you'd want to stay in the Nashville area?
A long time.
I would hope I live 50 years.
You said 15 or 50?
15, hopefully.
Yeah, 50 more, yeah.
Yeah, I'd like to live here and then have a beach house in Florida.
Gotcha.
Yeah, home base be here.
So then, I guess vaguely, so what has your dating experience been like here in Nashville, just at a high level?
I've loved dating here. It's the unpopular opinion.
Right.
But I feel like you're going to have good and bad in any city. So it's all about what you're looking for and kind of what you actually want to accomplish.
I know you look like you were itching there.
No, I'm listening. Yeah, it takes me a while to start forming some questions.
For sure.
You got it right here.
And when you say what you're looking for, I guess, initially in outcomes that you want, what would be that? Because you've agreed to come on our show so graciously, and we're indebted to you in that regard. But we have to assume that you're single.
Yeah.
On the show, all right? So what outcomes? So what?
Damn.
So what outcomes, right? Would you say you've been looking for and that has been successful here in Nashville?
I haven't wanted to be in a relationship. I feel like I've been really working on building my business and just planting roots for myself.
Right.
So it hasn't really been right in front of me that I want a relationship. I think dating in Nashville is, I know what I do wrong. So I feel like if I really wanted a relationship, I have to change the things I'm doing.
Mm-hmm.
What do you do? I'm just curious. What do you do wrong?
I go to Tinder a lot.
Oh, nothing wrong with Tinder Roof
at all.
Yeah. Hoping to work.
So there's not a place to look for a guy.
You're probably not going to find your husband.
Okay.
Maybe. I don't know. I feel like if I truly wanted to find someone, I'd have to look in other places that have my interests involved.
Okay.
I'm really into being outside and hiking and stuff like that. I feel like that's more where I would probably meet someone long term.
Right.
Okay.
But
so in the woods.
Yeah. But it's been entertaining.
Mm-hmm.
So can't complain.
Entertaining. That's interesting, right? Because you go to the movies and you see a rom-com. That's entertaining. You go to the movies and see a horror story. That's also entertaining.
That's more.
You love the analogies.
I do. I see where you're going.
So is that entertaining necessarily in a good way, or in a bad way, or neutral? What?
I think I used to get more upset when things didn't go well, or when things were just a car crash. But now you just have to laugh. When things don't go right, or when things are out of this world, it's just funny. And then
Right.
you learn from it. I feel like it's like anything, like a job interview. Like the more you go in, the more you're talking, the more comfortable you get. So
Right. Fair enough. And then before we dive into here, I'm gonna go back to something else you said in the introduction. You said that you're aware of the things that you do wrong. Did we get an answer on that?
But but
I mean,
she did mention Tin
a
Roof.
few things.
Okay. Tin Roof. Gotcha.
Is it
Okay.
where the fuck boys hang out or something?
Yeah, and
okay.
I mean, my drunk texts are a little
Right.
suspect.
So is that what you're attracted to, like right now?
Yeah.
I'm just not for myself, but I'm just like literally just asking.
Yeah, no,
Okay.
I feel like I try, like I'll have moments where I'm like, okay, go for the nice guy, go for the stable guy, and then I'm so bored. So like I'm
Not as entertaining.
I'm the problem.
Yeah. Thrill seeking.
Yeah.
Which nothing's wrong with. There's a lot of us in Nashville that are on the same wave there. So as we get into it, right, the discussion today, while we're all gathered here today, is the dynamic of clear intentions. And as always, we have a couple sub points and sub topics to kind of help us navigate the conversation. So the first question here is it different for a guy that you're really into versus a guy that you're casually into, right? And what I mean by that is like, this is a guy that you're really into, a guy I can see myself settling down with, having a white picket fence, 2 gold retrievers, all of that. Like, are you willing to accept?
You love saying that shit.
Yeah, let's call it the Tom Brady, right? It's the American dream before he got divorced.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
Before he got
it says
divorced.
it done
He's
well.
a GOAT.
Yeah.
But like, would you accept, hey, I just want to hang out, want to hook up, want to, shack up or whatever, act like we're in a relationship.
I'm an 11 o'clock p.m. show up.
Yeah, with the guy that you're really into? Or is it different for a guy that you're just casually into?
I think it's very different. I think if I'm super into you and I actually saw that with you, I'm not coming over at 11 p.m. I'm probably not going to come over at all unless like we actually want to try to date.
Right.
I feel like if it's casual, I mean, there has to be some level of like interest in the other person. I'm not going to be like, hey, it's casual with like the bum on the street, but like if
he need love too.
But if it's someone
he do.
He does.
If you were a bum on the street, you want somebody to love you.
Yeah, maybe I'll find a fellow bum. But I feel like if it's like a casual thing, I think it works best with people who like you have a history with, almost like a friendship.
So one of your little friends that was in the friend zone and you kind of pulled him out.
I shouldn't have said friends. Like
ex-fling, ex-girlfriend or something.
Like I feel like when you know each other and there's like comfortability, but you know it's not going to work, then it can kind of be like, all right, like.
I get that because I had a conversation like not too long ago, and I was like, what if you knew this wasn't anything was going to come out of this? Like, why did you like still do this with this guy? Well, one, I didn't want to get my body count. I know this ain't the body count episode, but
right.
I didn't want to get my body count up, and I was just comfortable, and I was bored. And so I just needed something to do. And then she did this like back during COVID times and whatnot. So I guess I can take that answer or whatnot. So
like I actually like had someone that I thought I liked. And then I had to like do some reevaluation. I'm like, I don't even know this person. But I think the more you hang out with someone, the more you like think that there's feelings. So I was like, hey, I like you. Do you want to like see where this goes? And he was like, no.
Hated had to be you.
But then I was like, all right, well, like, then we can just move forward with it being, but I had to like take a step back and be like, okay, am I comfortable with just moving forward like that? And then once I realized like, I didn't even like him. I think I just like liked what I thought he could be.
You like the idea of the girl math. It's crazy. Every time you just like the idea of me. What does that mean?
I know. I'm like, I don't even know who you really are, but like, you could be great. But yeah, then we were able to just like have a fling.
So as always, right, I'm going to slightly, kind of disagree and shift this into another perspective, right? So there's been times where like I may have been involved in a female and, she let me know right out the gate from day one, hey, like, I don't really see you like being that for me, but I like hanging around you. Like,
that's just your personality.
The sex is good. I appreciate that. The sex is good. Like, I just want to keep hanging out. And in my head, I'm like, well, the more you hang out with me, maybe there's a chance.
Oh no.
I can get you to change your mind.
She says no.
Yeah, no.
What do you mean?
No.
You wouldn't change your mind?
No, I feel like if anything, I'd probably like lose more respect.
Really?
Yeah. Like, if you put me in, like, the hookup box, I don't think it's, like...
Do you feel used?
But see, here's what I'm saying. So this is different. So the hookup box, so the hookup box is different, right? So there's 3 boxes here, right? So full-blown relationship, the intermediary, like, we'll go on trips together. We might.
If you're going on trips together, you're dating.
Right, but not the full, but don't have the fully exclusive tag though. See what I'm saying? Like,
we might go on trips with people that don't have exclusive tags.
Yeah. Hadn't you been dating in Nashville? You don't know this?
No one's taking me on a trip. Damn.
You ain't been on a trip yet with a guy?
Yeah, you doing it wrong.
Yeah, maybe you might be the problem. Maybe your wrongdoing may be more than you letting on.
Maybe.
Okay. So take the trips out there. So that's going too far. But for you, but maybe like if you going on dates, like, hey, I pick you up, we go to Target. Like, we're doing more than just in this bed hooking up.
Yeah.
But we're not full blown exclusive though. That's the area I'm talking about where I'm like, if it's somebody I like really, really like, then the more we do that, I'm like, maybe I can be convincing enough to move out of that and then like into the relationship phase.
Yeah. Like a situationship.
Yeah, exactly. Same thing.
I think you can get out of it, but it's like very hard.
Right. But see, that's what I'm saying. Like, I would accept that from someone that I was really into if we already had those interactions versus, hey, just come over at 11. And then also, like, as a dude, we're wired, like, from the physicality of things. And so if it's a girl I'm wanting to be in a relationship with, like, I'm going to think she's hot. And if she's like, hey, like, I don't see you like that. Like, I just want to have sex with you. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
Because generally that's not the case, right? Generally, it's not, I think she's more attractive than, like, I can act reasonably pull, and she just wants to have sex with me. Great. Why would I not do that?
So we're talking about like clear intentions or whatnot. Why is it sometimes girls, they will ask for clear intentions or like, hey, just tell me what you want. But you have a guy over here saying like, hey, I want to be with you, all this other stuff. Then I say like, hey, and you may be more attracted to me, but I'm telling you like, hey, I just want to fuck. Like, I just want to have sex, nothing more, nothing less. Why is it that some women may say like, hey, like, never mind, like, I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this. And then they end up basically going for the number 2 guy.
Yeah.
And the reason why I'm calling you the number 2 guy, you probably number 1 really in reality.
Go ahead, dude. This ain't about me. Go ahead, man.
But I'm just saying, why do women ask for like clear intentions, but then like the guy that they really like tells them what they want, and they are not taking it like whatsoever?
Yeah. I mean, I think there's just the element of like the chase, because I had like that exact situation. I had a guy that I thought I liked, and then he turned me down, and then we just became like hookup buddies. But then another guy who was like, I want to take you out, like, I want to like introduce you to my family, and I was like, wow.
How quickly did he say, like, I want to take you out and introduce you?
Probably too soon.
What? I know, what's too soon? We need time. Because some girls might say a year, and some girls might say
it was like a month. But I had never even like hooked up with him.
Yeah,
because I wanted to like, I wanted to cut things off with this one. I didn't want to like.
You ain't getting to meet my family if we ain't.
Yeah, it was a little soon, but then I like feel like once I kind of shut him down, then I was like, wait, where'd he go? Is
that not selfish?
Oh, 100%. Yeah, but then I was like wishing that I had like pursued that, but I feel like once I like pushed him out, he was like done.
I love the self-awareness, by the way. A lot of people aren't self-aware about the selfishness of
oh yeah, we're all selfish.
And then is that guy in a relationship now? Did he go on down the path of life and live his life, or he's still kind of like on the bench and getting ready to get called up?
I mean, we still bang sometimes.
Right.
But that's about it.
So the guy that wanted to bring you to his family, like, y'all bang?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Every now and again.
Every now and again?
Yeah, but now I feel like because I like pushed him away and then like it kind of shifted, now I feel like he just sees me as a hookup.
Right, so now he low-key has the upper hand.
Yeah.
Because you played your hand.
Yeah, you play.
Yeah.
We're going to play your game, and then we're going to play my game.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm an advocate for men, so shout out to my guy, whoever you are, shout out to you. I love this shit.
Play a hand too soon.
Yep. Like, maybe he might have been playing chess, not checkers, though.
I mean, yeah. Or I just don't think he thinks about it. Right. I think he's just, Yeah, I don't think
And that
he's
could be
thinking
true.
too deep.
So if you ever wanted to be in a relationship with him, would he say yes?
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
Mm-mm.
Wow.
Is that just because how you handled it at first?
Yeah, he also like knows I like cooked up with his friend before.
Ouch.
Okay.
And I told him.
Okay.
So I think that was right. But yeah, no, I think he views me as just a hookup now.
Yeah.
And that could be another topic for another day, as far as like girls hooking up with like friends or whatnot. Like
We live in Nashville. I'm pretty sure everyone's hooked up with.
Yeah. Everybody
no,
know
I'm not
everybody,
judging by it.
and
I'm
we
not
all
judging.
grown.
Yeah, I'm not judging by any means necessary. I'm really not. But
Yeah,
just
you are.
I'm not judging you
I
at
don't
all.
care.
Because never mind, I ain't gonna get into my story. But
You sure you don't want to get into
no, I
it?
don't want to get because I may get in trouble. No, I'm playing. But no, just we need to. I want to have an episode on that though, for real. Just like, does that do something to the guy's mind? Like, okay, well, you hooked up my friend. It ain't
Totally.
It ain't no way that me. I don't think it will bother me, honestly.
Not me either. If it's somebody that like I could realistically see myself with, and I felt that way for you, and like you said, with dude, I'm like trying to introduce you to my family. Like we have a good vibe, and like I could see the white picket fence one day. I let bygones be bygones. There's some friends I got now that's married with folks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As long as it wasn't during me, I would be
Right,
okay
as long as it
with
didn't
it.
cross over.
So again, I wasn't judging you by
Oh,
any
I don't
means.
care.
Yeah.
She thinks like a man, which is making this very hard for you guys today. Anyways, so all right. So moving on, kind of transition us into point number 2, right? So that was really if you're really into a guy. So if you're casually in a guy, right? Let's say like both of you are casually into one another, and he comes to you with clear intentions, then that's fine.
Yeah.
Okay, I would agree. So now, assuming that's fine, is there any overlap within social circles, being seen out at Tin Roof, either you guys walking together or like you're there with your people, he there with his people? How do you navigate that?
Depends on who you are.
Yeah, I do just fine. I have like a situation ship, I guess, like that, and it's been very like casual, always. But he gets like super. He doesn't admit it until like it all comes to a head. But then he'll be like, "How many people at Tin Roof have you hooked up with?" And
Insecurity.
yeah. And so I'm like, okay, this could be fun, and it could be what like I thought it was, but that like pushes me away.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like you have to actually be clear, because I feel like he obviously wasn't clear.
Right, but I guess more so, how do you feel if, like I said, you're at Tin Roof with your people, I'm there with mine, we obviously see each other. Do we act like we know one another, right?
Yeah.
Okay, we're just making sure.
I think it's really rude if you walk in and like, if you have had sex with me, you can say hi
and
to me.
still having sex with you.
Yeah.
You can
Even if we're not still, really?
Yeah, because sometimes you have these.
Oh no.
And this is why I say it. Now, granted, people hook up with some very attractive people, and then sometimes people hook up with what I like to call bulldogs.
Okay.
And sometimes you're just in a drought where you have to have sex with a bulldog. I'm not trying to have that bulldog walk up to me.
We're going to have to cut that out.
Why?
We're going to have to cut that out.
Why?
We're going to have to cut that
Why?
out. Okay, don't say bulldog. Say like,
Less attractive.
I have sex with people.
The Duff.
I have sex with people.
Designated ugly fat friend.
No.
I'll fuck with you.
I do too, but like we can't get canceled before we get started. Just say like I have sex with people that like I wouldn't want people in public to know, or like something like that. Hey man, look, if you say bulldog, he calling women bulldogs.
Wait, I actually think bulldog is like an endearing term. Is it not? Maybe I should.
They ain't gonna think about it that way.
Really? Like you're the top dog. You're the bulldog.
So we can pick up at your part. Where you started to say,
I fucking hate you.
That's fine. Hey, I'm just trying to help you, bro. I'm not trying to get fired, goddamn it. So we can pick up where you said, no, I agree with you, because there's sometimes where I go to Tin Roof and it depends on what kind of hooking up it is.
Let's start from are you sure that's where it picked up off it?
Yeah, because she had basically saying you should acknowledge me, like if we have sex. And then you were like, well, it depends based on if we casually hooking up or it's just somebody that like.
Sometimes you go through a drought.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then something along the lines of like you hook up with someone that you wouldn't want your friends, anybody knowing about.
Or you wouldn't normally hook up with.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a P. That's a G-rated answer.
Okay.
I thought the shit was hilarious, but we can't put that out.
All right. Y'all done threw me off track. I was on a roll. Okay.
So
So
you
I
should
agree.
always acknowledge I feel like you should always be acknowledged if you've hooked up with someone and you run into them at the bar.
See, I disagree with that because sometimes you have sex with very attractive people, and then you just have sex with people that you just. It's almost like a uh-oh. I'm saying that. Uh-oh. And I've had plenty of, well, I ain't gonna say plenty, but I've had some uh-oh people, and I'm not trying to have them walk up to me at the bar because, like, hey, like this was behind the scenes for a reason,
Right.
like, I'm not, and nothing I have done has made you should have not made you feel that you can just walk up to me in this type of setting. Like,
Right.
it's a reason
when you in there trying to see what you can do.
Yeah, trying to see what's up.
Was it a one-time uh-oh?
Okay, well that also depends. That also depends too. So like I have had some one time uh-ohs.
Because that I wouldn't go up to someone that I hooked up with one time and like.
Well, you got somebody that looks like me. No, I'm playing. But no. With all seriousness though, but I have had some one time uh-ohs, and it's like I was just in a drought, and so I was like I just needed it or wanted it, never needed it. But and then I've had some like it ain't all there, but something's there. And so like I don't necessarily like you can probably those type of O's can probably walk up to me and talk to me for a little bit, but it's like you got about 2 minutes.
Right, then you need to get the hell on.
Keep it moving.
Yeah.
Like because I don't need to see like what I feel like I attract on a regular basis. I don't need them seeing like I don't need them really like giving me the look like who the hell was that?
Yeah,
like,
right.
Yeah, so just keep it moving a little bit. But yeah, I'll speak to you, and then I may say, "Oh, yeah, I just used to work with her or something like that." But,
Yeah, that's
so
what
you a lie to benefit yourself. You a lie.
100%.
Yeah, I mean we all do.
I was going to agree with you because that's what I think it almost benefits you when they walk up and they're maybe not as attractive. Because then the girl that you're actually trying to talk to is probably like, oh, it must be a cousin or like a coworker.
Yeah.
You know, like she's not going to assume like, oh, that's.
I don't know. I think it benefits you when the girl attractive. And more attractive than the girl you really into.
Oh man,
we'd have had some of these stories where I'm like, yeah, don't act right. I'm gonna go to Tin Roof and act up tonight. Just to prove a point.
Because we got some very good looking friends, and I will call and I would straight up tell them like, hey, like when are you going out tonight? Are you going out tonight?
Yeah,
I'm with you tonight. And then we're kind of close to each other, but not too close to where it makes people think. And I'm like, oh, like who is he with?
Chestnut checkers.
And then I think it's like a competition thing with women sometimes too. Like, oh yeah. And so I just think like, oh well, I think I look better than her, so I'm better go try to get with him. And granted, I'm not trying to sound cocky or anything. This is like I ain't telling you what I think. I'm telling you what I know. So yeah. But go ahead. I ain't mean to cut you off over there.
No, you're fine. I'm honored whenever you cut me off.
Yeah, let's not steal the show from me.
Yeah, no, I love hearing your insight. All right, so it's different for a guy that's like your situationship is different, right? And also, this is another conversation, maybe for a different day. I think there are different levels of situationships. Though.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So let's say you mid-level situationship.
Mm-hmm.
Mid-level situationship. We at Tin Roof. We're gonna be around each other for a good portion of the night.
Mm-hmm.
One would assume, and I guess that's more the question there. Like, let's say you're the one that just wants it to remain right there, right? You still want to keep your options open, keep your little friends on, entertain, all this over here. Yeah, don't laugh. You know I'm right. And how would you feel if every 2 minutes he making laps around Tin Roof on the prowl trying to see what's going on?
He wouldn't. But
why would he not? Let's stay right here.
He's just not that. He's.
Oh.
I'm not gonna say he's not that kind of guy.
Yeah, I'm about to say take him out of the example.
If
just
it was someone,
yeah, anybody.
I mean, if it's just like a situationship, I think it would depend on who else I was talking to.
Why would it depend on that?
I think if I had other people, I wouldn't care at all because I'd be like, okay, I'm doing the same thing. But
Did you try to use those other people to make him jealous?
Like if you had other people at the bar, or just
just in general, like that I could like text that night. Like, God, I sound like a
No,
dear.
this is why we love it. But would it not be different though? You had other people you can text, but you seeing 4, 5, 6, 7 girls come up to him, girls that you think on the attractive level are like at your level or possibly better. You would be okay as long as I got people to text, and you're seeing that all night.
I mean, I don't think I'd love it. But I think, okay, here's the thing. I think in the moment, if I was like drunk, I'd be like, that's BS. Like, I don't like that. But then the next day, when I would like rationally think about it and be like, okay, well, I was just with someone else like 2 days ago. Like, how can I actually be mad? Like, if he's doing that, and we've already like kind of established that it's nothing serious.
Right.
Like, if you establish it's nothing serious, how can you actually like get that mad? I mean, my alter ego, Melinda, she gets pissed.
Yeah.
You have a name for it.
I mean, there's a lot of times where girls say, "Oh, well, if you establish it, how can you get mad?" I got countless examples, and we don't want to take all the camera time today, but
yeah, I mean, we all do it,
right.
But like, I think when you actually like look back at it, it's like, okay, but I mean, you'll get a rage text.
So then, is that emotionally saying that I care more than the situationship, though?
Yeah.
Right, but why not just come out and say it?
Because that doesn't sound like clear intentions to me.
Yeah, exactly.
I am admitting I'm the hypocrite.
Would you say most women are?
I think every human is. Like, I don't think it's a man or woman thing. Like, I think we all think we want something or think we're okay with it. And then it happens and you're like, but then logically you know that that's kind of what you agreed to.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't know. What do you have to say?
He's itching again.
No, I'm trying to, because a lot of things that I'm thinking, I really just can't put out into like make sense sometimes. I also think like, all right, for the bar example or whatnot. So let's just say I'm out at the bar, and I went there solely for my situationship. Because
you can't do that.
Can't. Yeah, you're right. Because that's how you start getting mad and things of that nature. So, and I'm just speaking on like the hypocrite comment or whatnot, but I'm a hypocrite myself. I'm not even gonna lie. But so if I went to the bar solely for my, like, I'm in the bed because I'm a homebody just in general. Like, that's just who I am. So if I go to the bar, go out, it's typically because I'm going there to go see somebody or whatever. And so let's just say I had a situationship. I'm there, and then she starts walking around and she's talking to these other dudes. I'm not gonna lie, like, I understand where we are at, but I'm gonna get mad because, like, I almost said the B word, but trick. Like, I'm here for you, and you have the audacity to go talk to somebody.
Did she tell you to come there?
Yeah. Like, yeah, that would be the only reason why I went there.
Okay.
Like, I'm not.
That's a good point.
Yeah,
that's a good point.
Yeah,
because then demon time come out at me.
Because
at that
if she
point,
told you to come there, then that's disrespectful.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and so
I'm gonna get my point across.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
Show my black ass.
Yeah. Because the thing with me, like,
they did it to me.
So yeah, if that happened, yeah, I'm probably gonna get mad and all this other stuff because, like, I came out for you, and so I'm about to get up. I'm about to go start talking to other girls, and I better not hear a damn word. Now, if I were to go out, let's just say you and I were going out, and my situationship was there, and she starts talking to somebody else, and like I said, I'm there with you, and I'm going to talk to other people like that. That right there, I don't think I would like get mad about. But I've been in situations before where that has happened, where I went out with my guys. She was already out with the girls. We were at the bars. I see her go talk to somebody else. But I'm not saying I have a situation. I'm just this is like in the past where what I'm talking about. She went to go talk to somebody else. I'm like, okay, buddy, I'm gonna go do me. And then they get mad. And so not trying to like put women like in this box or anything, but I just want to throw out there, like, guys typically, well, I'm not gonna say guys typically, I will go off however that other person is acting. Yeah. And then we can play this game all night.
Yeah. Because you're showing your hand, so I'm gonna keep doing what you. Yeah.
And I've typically seen the women just get more mad in that type of situation. So I think that's why you're saying, like, why do women get whatever you said earlier? So yeah.
That's a great segue into the third bullet point here, right? Is like, how long are you willing to accept clear intentions for someone that you think like you could be interested in, A, and then B, how do you approach that conversation? C, is it fair because you guys already said, hey, all I want is this from the start. So is it fair to have those feelings? Because like you said, you should know from the jump, this is what I told you. So if I feel anything else, can I operate in a space where I'm like able to tell you?
Yeah, I think it depends on each one. Because like, I feel like I've had situations where like we'll talk about what it is and then we'll continue to hang out like several times a week for like long periods of time. And at that point, like any normal person's going to be like, wait a second, like maybe this is not just that. Here? Yeah. And then I feel like then you want to like reevaluate it and be like, okay, should we like try to date? Like, what are we doing? But I feel like, I mean, I think a situationship can like go on for a long time if like the consistency is not as high. If that makes sense. Yes. Like, because I feel like if I see someone like every couple months, it's like there's so much time that passes in between that like you realistically like don't have a right to get mad at me.
So you say you see someone every couple of months, like 6 times a year?
Like more than that. Okay. I'd say like once a month.
So 12 times a year?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we're not, that's not a situationship, we just hooking up.
Yeah.
12 times a year? So out of 365 days, we saw
I don't know how many times.
I know what you said. Let me put it in these terms because he likes to get fucking technical.
No, I said 12 a month.
He gets technical. I see what you're trying to say. So let's just say
my itch need to be scratched more than that. But go ahead.
But that's what I mean. You have others.
Like three or four times a month. 3 or 4 times a month. I feel like that's a situation. Corey, you okay?
You're the one who said there's different levels of situationships. This is like we need bottom tier.
Okay, no, that's not a situation. That's a hookup. If I see you 12 times a year,
okay, give us a definition because I'm confused too, man. I'm sorry. I got your back, girl.
A situationship.
Low level, medium level, high level. I'm just assuming those are 3 levels of the situation.
Those are 3 levels of a situation.
Okay, let's explain the low level real quick.
Low level situationship?
Yes.
We may hang out 2 to 3 times a week. We may go to Chick-fil-A.
That's bottom?
That's bottom tier. Hold on. Just let me keep going.
Shit, high level must be every fucking second of the day.
You're engaged, you're living together.
And there's a lot of people doing it. They're still not committed to each other.
Whew.
That may be because the sex is good or something.
Still a high level situationship. Oh, see what I'm saying? I'm trying to put folks on free game here. Because a hookup is, even if I'm only hooking up with somebody once a month, I needed more than that.
Yeah, but then you have like you're not involved with your situationship. Like you're not committed, so you can have it with other people.
Man,
right?
You can have multiple situationships.
Yeah.
Right, but okay. So low level situationship, we hanging out 2 or 3 times a week. We doing like low level stuff together. Whatever. Pretty high.
Yeah.
That's fine. You guys asked my definition, goddamn it. Hey, all right. So mid-level situationship. Now we hanging out 3 to 4 times a week. Mid-level situationship
goes up one number.
Yeah. Okay. Well, 3 to 4 times a week is substantially more than 2 to 3 times a week. It is. Yeah, all right. Once it adds up.
I don't want to hang out with anyone 3 to 4 times a week.
How you expect to be in a relationship one day? Because at some point you guys will get married, and that would be every day.
Separate wings.
Right. So okay. High level situationship is damn near almost every day. Damn near could be like I got my clothes at your house. We doing everything that that couples would do, but we're just not committed to each other on paper. That's a high level situationship. Because the only thing that makes a high level situationship and a relationship different is that we've agreed that we're exclusively not seeing anybody else.
Yeah, I'll take that high level.
That's facts.
But that low level, I'm still kind of scratching my head on that one.
Okay, so maybe I'm not in any situationships.
Yeah, I mean, once a month, seeing somebody is like that's 12 times a year.
Yeah.
That's very low.
It's not like once a month. It's gone.
Well, I'm just going by what you said.
Yeah.
I feel like a low level situation can kind of like vary though. Like you can kind of see that person like maybe once every 2 weeks, and you kind of get bored with that person, and then it may be another week or month that you see that person like let's talk about it like a week span. I may see that person like three days out of that week, and then I may not see them another time until like 3 weeks later, and then it's back to the one. It's kind of hoppy.
Yeah.
That's what I think of like low. It's not consistent. Right. Like very inconsistent.
I think it depends on too what like you do. because like that situation, like it's not just like we'll hook up, like make dinner.
Yeah, those
like,
are 11 p.m. calls.
Right, but that
Am I-
seems like a hookup to me then.
You make dinner with your hookups?
No. I mean, it depends on how good the hookup is. Sometimes they might earn that.
Damn.
I gave them $10 Chick-fil-A gift cards. Hey, you earned this, baby. Go some Chick-fil-A and some Starbucks this morning. Praise God for last night.
I would propose.
Oh,
Hey.
man.
Hey, JD, you got the key. If you can put your Instagram on here, it's so going. But go ahead.
Let me ask you this, ma'am. Depending on how good the sex is, does that determine if you want to be out of that situationship or not?
No.
It doesn't?
No.
You're the first person I actually heard that.
No. I like sometimes look back and I'm like, that sex was trash. I don't know if I can say this, but like if you have to go home and like do it yourself, like it probably sucks. But then I'm like, why do I want to go back? Like I don't think it's all about the sex.
Okay. So no matter how good it is, like, so if it was like very good, like you were like, okay, like I don't want him to share this with anybody else.
Oh, I don't care about that. I feel like the best sex is usually like the most toxic though.
Right. And so now we're gonna. You love this word, juxtaposed. So now the best sex is the most toxic. You crave it more. To your point, it's like I don't want anybody else having this. And I know a lot of people, and I guess look, I exclusively like women. Like we know that.
Do you?
Yeah, I do. I'm heterosexual. I'm confident in that. But like,
Same look.
I know a lot of guys and females that will like have sex with one another, and like the other person's life could be completely trash outside of that, but because their sex is so good, they're like, man, damn it, I gotta make this shit work.
Some way, somehow.
Yeah, they're just a slave to the sex.
Damn, I can't say that.
I'll be a situationship with like good sex and a trash life, but like I don't want to make it work more than that.
Right. But you would have been in a situationship with it, but you would rationalize with yourself, oh, like most people would say, oh, well, like maybe if he gets this part of his life together, then like it could be something, or maybe because I know a lot of times like girls won't just say, he's trash, the sex is great, and like leave it at that.
Well, let me turn it because how old are you, if you don't mind me asking?
30.
30. Okay, I'm 29. You're 30. I can't imagine us sleeping around with anybody that just doesn't have shit going on with themselves.
Oh, I can.
Oh, okay.
Hey, speak for your damn self. Depending on what you look like. Hey.
No, I'm just like,
I have a soft spot for a project.
Yeah, no, I don't. It just depends on what you look like. Damn the project.
Well, damn what I was about to say then. Never mind.
No, go ahead. Speak for yourself. Go ahead.
No, I don't want to speak no more.
Now you don't want to speak no more.
You've been one not to speak. Anyway, well, never mind. What I was going to say isn't even going to matter anymore because all I was going to say was I can imagine us like just sleeping with anybody that just like is at the bottom of the barrel, don't have not a single damn thing going on with their lives, but by the looks on y'all face, never mind, hell. But I was just saying, like, if the sex is good enough, I can't imagine anybody just like not saying like, all right, fuck this shit, like we're gonna do this, and I don't want you sleeping with anybody else or anything that I just can't imagine.
Yeah.
So that's why I think that's why I asked that question earlier. Is if the sex was good enough, like, but never mind, y'all just.
Yeah, I don't know. I just know a lot of people in life, and I guess based on that, like, ain't had a damn thing going on. They got a pot to piss in and window to throw it out. And they looked right, and I was like, I bet.
Our definition may be a little bit different. But never mind.
I think I can like if it's someone who is content with being in like a place of not bettering themselves, like if they're not going anywhere in life and they're okay with that, then absolutely not. I'm not gonna like mess with that.
Yeah, that's what I was leaning more towards.
But if you're like in a bad place, not doing great, but like I know you can get out of it, and I
got
know
a little bit of ambition and everything.
Yeah, it's just like really buried.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Now the question is, will you have more lenience with someone if the sex is great, or does that time table increase? Like you might go into it saying, yeah, I'm not going to be with this guy because he ain't got his life together. Or it's like, the sex is kind of good. I could be a year or so, see if he does it. If the sex is phenomenal, I'll give him 2 to 3 years.
No. Maybe I'm like the complete
It's
like random.
You like how I asked that question, don't you? Because people's it's kind of like this. Remember back in the day, athletics, we all had like those nut cases, right?
Mm-hmm.
And but they happen to be sometimes the best player, so they had a longer leash.
Yeah, that's true.
They had a longer leash. Hey, if you produce it for me on the field, I might let some of this shit slide.
Yeah.
But some of the people that ain't getting the game, you better do everything right.
It doesn't honestly matter to me. Like, I feel like if we have like a connection just like hanging out, I will give you a longer leash, like a longer shelf life.
Right.
Like, if I like being around you, I don't think that like the sex necessarily like trumps all of the other things.
When you say if I like being around you, would you like being around someone more if the sex is great? Or you just mean like in a non-sexual
Just in
way?
general. Like,
So
if
basically, sex isn't everything to you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
like, my vagina has to get a heartbeat.
Yeah.
But like, I don't really care. Like, it doesn't have to be like groundbreaking sex. Like, the sex can be decent, but like if we go out and like have a freaking great time, I'd rather hang out with you than like the guy who's amazing in bed, but like sucks in person.
Right.
You know?
Right. All right. So back to the first question here. How long can you accept clear intentions from someone that like you're into or like maybe could be into?
I'd love to say like 6 months, but I guess I'm contradicting myself now because like I've done like 3 years.
In the past.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
But
long shelf life.
Yeah, the shelf life, right? I feel like it may be different now, right? Because like, or maybe not for you, but I'd say like most women want kids, right? And like you said, like you being at 30 now, so I think maybe like if you want to have kids,
Yeah.
then, like your timetable is different than it was at 25, 26, 27.
So I don't like I'm probably different on this. I'm very content with the idea of like having kids on my own. So I don't like date with the intention of like finding someone who can give me kids because so many people have kids with people that they like can't stand. And then you have to be stuck with that person. I'd rather like do it by myself.
You mean like have a sperm donor?
Yeah,
Okay,
you
gotcha.
can like order that on Amazon these days. Like,
That's crazy.
it's so
Technology these days is
you can
wild.
pick out the color, hair, eyes, everything. So I'd rather like just date how I want to date, and then if it gets to a point where I'm like, okay, like I'm ready to have a kid. If I meet someone and they want to be involved or whatever, then fine. But like that's not. I'm not like, oh my god, I turned 30. I need to find someone to like have a child with.
Right.
I mean, people are having kids in their 40s now.
Facts. That's true. Very well could be me. If we just
probably would, yeah.
If I decide to go I don't know. That's a different story for a different day. So now you would say 6 months? That's about the longest you could accept it from someone?
Yeah, I mean, I've gotten a lot better about like, now if I see what it is, I'm like, okay, this is exactly what it is. I'm going to talk to other people. And then like, if I have a connection with someone else, like, goodbye.
Yeah. But what if you like talk to other people and like none of those connections like is even remotely close to the one?
Oh, then I'm calling him.
And saying what? Then you better do this?
No. I mean, it still is what it is.
Right.
So I feel like they're just still there if I need them.
Yeah. What would you say, Ryan? Like, how long could you, like, in the off chance that the girl is more, because you're 6'4", light skin with tattoos, there ain't too many brothers like you walking around here. So I'm saying, like, so in the off chance that you thought you had outkicked your coverage and the girl was more attractive, she had more going on, whatever, like, how long could you accept it?
Well, one, I'm just gonna go ahead and say that light skins are out of style. Most people want the more darker skinned brothers, you know. I got to fight against guys like you all the time, and it's getting hard out here.
But you're 6'4", though.
Barely. But no, I would say it depends. I think for me personally, I can't speak for all guys, but like for me personally, you know, I kind of got like a little temper on me, a little meter temper. It just depends on. It just depends on the situation, who it is, how good they look, how well I mesh with them, things of that nature. So I'm going to give that person, I would say, I'll give them a little bit longer of a leash. I'll say about a year, because it does take me a while to figure out if I actually like somebody. Because just because somebody hasn't got on my nerves the first 3 months don't mean the next 3 months that are coming, they ain't about to start doing like this.
You can make it to 3 months without them getting on your nerves.
Yes, because like I feel like because I'm so chill.
Well, he's seeing folks once a month, so.
True.
Yeah.
You only have 3 opportunities.
Yeah.
Oh man. Yes, because I feel like even though I do have like a small little temper on me, I'm also like very chill too, and and it really depends on how pretty you are, and how much stuff I would take off of you as well too. Because like a lot of stuff, I'm just being real. I'm just being real. If you look like this, how good you look. If you look like this, I'm willing to take a little bit more. Now, if you look like this or like this,
You better come correct.
Yeah, come correct now, because I put myself like in this little middle range. I give myself, I'm probably about can't give myself a 7.
You can't say what you want.
I give myself a 7.
Yeah.
I give myself about a 7, 7.5 on a good day, And so, anybody like right here, I ain't taking no shit off you, but right here, I give you a little bit more lead.
Right.
Yeah.
About 6 months to a year.
So then you got to down and know my answer to this, right?
Not really, but
Hey, that's fine. I'm gonna tell you
2
anyway.
weeks.
The answer is it depends.
Now it depends.
And it depends because I can accept it for as long as, or until she gets sick of it. Because if it's something I want,
So you'll always be there.
yeah, and no. If it's something I want
Yes.
and I'm not getting it, then I'm gonna do everything that you do and magnify it and throw it in your face until I get what I want, or until you say to hell with this, I'm done.
Is that right though? It's like a tit for tat game, I think.
That's the game that everybody plays, though.
But is it right?
That's the problem.
They don't make it right. But if you want to win, then you got to play the game.
It ain't all about winning. Sometimes you got to lose.
Well, a lot of folks that's losing sitting over here on the bench. And remember Ty's my favorite movie. Denzel Washington. I'm a winner. I'm going to win.
But I think that's all like perspective. Like people think someone won because they have a relationship. But then I look at the relationship and I'm like, y'all are so unhappy.
Right. For
like
sure.
I actually think I'm winning being single and being able to do whatever I want.
No, I think someone won in the sense of that they're getting over on me right now because they know I want them to exist in this area. They don't want to, and they know I'm doing everything I can, but they still kind of have things going on. So in that instance, I'm like, damn, they're one upping me right now. So how do I get to the level they're on? So now I got to do things that's going to piss you off in order to get what I want, or you're going to say, fuck you, I'm never talking to you again.
So basically, you just want to get under their skin.
Right. But then
you want them to know that they're thinking about you always.
I'm here.
Yeah, okay.
I'm here. And then I'm the topic of all the group chat conversations. Can you believe this motherfucker? Absolutely.
No.
Absolutely. I'm in there rent free because I got my point across.
Mm-hmm.
And then when you see me out in public, you know what it is. You mad at me.
But then I think like even if they temporarily like chase you because of that, like they're always gonna have like that like voice in their head that's like he's gonna do that again.
Well, whose fault was that?
Both?
No.
You could have been mature and been like, hey, let's talk about it.
No, because I came in good faith and I tried to talk about it multiple times. But you wanted me to exist in this little space right here while you did what you wanted to do.
But then you met her there.
So, exactly. And whose fault was that? Because I met her there.
Yours.
That's bullshit. And this is why we had a dinner bros pod. Because playing devil's advocate, you can say, well, how do I not know you're going to do this? How do I not know you're still trying to gain leverage and one up me?
We're just girls.
But if you're always trying to one up somebody, and I'm not saying I totally disagree with you because we both know how I think. I just like to just play around a little bit. But if you're trying to one up her just to get her to always constantly think about you, and not necessarily like think about you, like I miss him or anything, just knowing that you're bothering her, is she not doing the same thing to you?
Well, the thing is, like she started.
Oh.
The thing is, she started it though. And from day one, I always say, from day one, I allow the girl to dictate how this is going to go. You act in good faith. First of all, I'm going to act in good faith as long as you continue to act in good faith. The moment I see that that's different, now we got a seismic shift and we're just going to continue to be like this.
But if you're both acting in good faith and you both like each other, why wouldn't you just be together?
My point exactly. But in the example I gave, she didn't want to be with me.
But you wanted to be with her?
Correct. If you go back to the example. And so,
listen.
If you go back to the example, and so she was there, and so it's like, yeah, I listened very well, and so it's like, and now I got to go here. Naturally, you got one or two options. She's gonna say, okay, I'll meet you here. Fine.
Would you actually be with her though, or would you be like, I lost interest?
If it was somebody I really saw myself being with like with the white picket fence, yeah, I'd be right here and I'd be cool with the dog.
We need to buy this man a white picket fence.
Yeah,
exactly.
I mean, you're the real estate agent.
Yeah.
And two German shepherds. Find me something. I moved back from Texas. I don't know, everything big in Texas, but like I'll be right here. But let me find out that you even like a razor hair above me. Now I got to go back to playing.
Well, would you say that one time? Like, let me find out she took a second longer. I'm gonna get my second back.
I got to get my second back.
Yeah. Oh man. But did you answer my question? Is she not kind of like living rent free in your head as well?
For sure.
Okay.
Absolutely.
But you're okay with that?
I am, and I want her to know it. And
so you're just trying to make sure she feel the same way you feel.
Bingo! See what I'm saying? Hey, you guys gotta rock with us, man. This is free game here. This is free game because you in my head rent free. What I always say, I treat people how they treat me.
That's true. That's true.
And she's like, "Oh, what the fuck?"
I'm like, I would just like read a book.
Yeah.
Like, get out of my head.
Yeah.
Oh man.
All right. So then, the fourth point, which I kind of so graciously took us into, typically with the dynamic of clear intentions, right? Fourth and final point here. Who typically gets sick of that first? Meaning, like, if this is all we gonna ever be, fuck it, I'm done. Is that a conversation that's typically initiated by the female?
Yeah, I think it's
or by the male.
The girl.
The girl.
Yeah, because I mean, even though I sit here and say like I would have kids on my own, which I would, but like even then, I'd want to be like fully on my own. So I think there is always that like timeline in your head of like, okay, why am I wasting my time with this guy if like he just wants to hook up? Like, because then even if you're okay hooking up with a guy, there still is like potential of someone out there that like you could be more than just a hookup. So I feel like the girl normally
gets sick of it first.
Yeah.
So you feel like it hurts the girl.
Yeah.
So if that's the case, do you feel like the girl shouldn't be initiating it? If she's the one that's going to be hurting the end?
Initiating what?
Saying, hey, all I want to do is hook up with you?
No, I mean, I think you can do that, but I think there needs to be like a shorter shelf life.
We're just hooking up with someone?
Yeah.
So you think, okay. So like you walk into a room, guy walks into a room, y'all hit it off, y'all like each other, boom. I want to keep hooking up with you. And you think it needs to be a shorter shelf life with just the hooking up. How does that just fizzle out? Because like, let's say the sex is good.
You force yourself to talk to someone else.
So you just have good sex and say the hell with it?
Yeah.
Why don't you just continue to have good sex?
Because good sex is only good sex.
Most people need that though.
Yeah, but like
and I'm not trying to cut you off.
No, you're fine.
Sorry. And I've heard a lot of people say like the sex is good, and well, hold on. Let me back up a little bit. They've been with somebody else, treats them well, does all the nice things, but the sex just isn't that great, and like they miss out on it, and they're still like on these little apps and like Facebook, Instagram, and liking these other guys. Like, and I've heard like females like tell me this, so that's why I'm like talking like this. And they're liking just hoping a guy slides into their DM or something. And I ain't saying you're necessarily this way, but they're with this other guy. Sex is horrible. They're trying to get attention from other guys, so they can't say they actually initiated, but they're hoping the guy slides into their DMs, ends up hooking up. Oh, the sex is great, and now they're hooking up with like this person. So I can't. I'm not really buying like the answer of like the sex ain't everything. Yeah. Like,
everybody's looking for a better deal.
Yeah, they are. And I'm really not trying to call you out or anything. I'm speaking. No, because it's a lot of one-off situations. So you may really feel like this way, but I'm just talking about from a wide. Because this is from guys and girls. Because I'm gonna tell you right now, if I'm with a girl and she has trap, I'm gonna tell like, hey, we need to like fix certain things. Like, I'm gonna give her a chance, but then I'm just gonna be honest. I'm gonna have to look elsewhere.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's different though for guys and girls a little bit. Like, I feel like if you're good in one department, it doesn't matter if the sex is great. Like, I feel like I've had feelings for someone who like it was the worst sex, not the worst, but like pretty low. And but I would have like actually committed to him. Versus like my ex was like the best sex in the entire world, but like the worst human in the world. So like I'd rather take the sex, and I mean that.
I'll take your word for it, maybe.
But yeah, I guess for me it's a bit different because I'm like, I think a lot of times people make life more complicated than what it is. And I talk about this. I'm a creature of habit, right? And if there are things that I like to do and I have a good time doing, I tend to do more of those things, right? So I'm like, let's just say in this example, like I met a girl, we have great sex, that's all it is. I'm going to keep doing it until she tells me no.
And you don't get feelings?
I'm looking at the shelf life. Say it again?
You don't get feelings?
I may get feelings, but it may not be relationship feelings.
You don't think she gets feelings?
I do, but it ain't about that though, because she said, yeah, I'm cool with just hooking up.
Yeah, she didn't mean it.
Right, so her shelf life, so she might have a shelf life, but I don't. I'll keep doing this until we die.
Yeah, and another thing,
unless I get married or something like that, because I ain't condoning it.
What I always try, and I ain't trying to cut you off, but what I always tell people, well, women, is guys will take you literal. So if you don't mean something, like don't say it, because we gonna take it and we gonna run with it, and not necessarily like we're trying to get over on you. We don't have time to be thinking about everything outside of what you told us. So we go like, okay, this is what she said. So
what are you guys doing every day that you don't have time?
Man,
because we have the same 24 hours in a day, and we have time.
Did you see this gracious studio that we put together? You think it's just no? I'm kidding. No, we don't have time. If you tell me, hey, Corey, 2 + 2 is 4, and I need you to go to the grocery store and get milk today. That's what I'm going to do. What did you walk the dog? No, that's not what you told me.
All right.
I know a guy. I'm gonna tell you right here. I know a guy right here, person. They were dating in a relationship, spent every waking day with each other, right? Wake up, go to the gym together, come home, shower, work in the same apartment. That's too damn much for me.
Oh my God.
At some point, we got to go our separate ways.
Yeah.
At some point. Like maybe, go work separately, come back, whatever. They wake up in the morning, he makes her a protein shake for the gym. She's like, don't fucking make my protein shake. You don't know the way I make it. I want to make it my own. I'm like, damn, that was really sweet, but my guy, she didn't tell him to do that. And now look what happened. And she mad for the rest of the day because she felt like he invaded her space and made that damn protein shake.
I feel like she has a problem because that is really nice.
But yeah, it probably is too much togetherness. So I think it got to a point, and she had kind of expressed that, where it was just like, all right, like I need to, kind of have my space a little bit. But that's to your point, like we're literal. Just in certain respects, tell me what you want me to do, and I'll do it. And I'm gonna do that, nothing more,
nothing less, nothing more. But I want to kind of touch up on the question at hand real quick, or the topic at hand. Actually, read it off one more time.
The subtopic here. All right, who's gonna get sick of it first, the male or the female?
Okay, all right. I will say the female, and this is why I say this, and this is just like being a guy, is I feel like women are just more emotional when it comes to things, especially when sex is involved.
Yeah, generally speaking, guys. I know a lot of y'all gonna be like, "Oh, it ain't me." Generally speaking.
Yeah, and I hate talking about sex so much. Sorry, mama. But anyway, guys will take advantage of the whole sex scene for as long as a female will allow it. And when it gets to a certain point, I know we've been kind of like talking about this throughout the whole episode or whatnot, but after it goes on for a certain point, like, yes, we will develop feelings and whatnot, but those feelings, like, they cut off at a certain point. So that's why I say, like, females will like get tired of it first, and then they'll start wanting to either cutting it off or want a relationship out of it. And this is, I'm speaking from experience as well. So where I was like hooking up with a girl, and that's what we stated what we were going to do, and this probably led for a couple months to a year. Oh, I want to date you. No, baby, this right. And
you already gave me the keys.
Yeah. And certain things kind of like, and I'm not speaking for all guys, but me, I'm like, how many people have you just let just slaughter you like this? And I don't know that he to be cut up, but like,
you don't want to pay more than the next guy.
Exactly, yeah. Like, hey, if a guy paid $5, or I paid $5, and the guy paid $250, I need to figure out how to get my $250 back
because he's winning right now.
Exactly, hey, baby.
But no, you answered that, and you said typically, right, the female would get more tired of it first, and like would need that to progress to something further. So we appreciate, right, like you being here, taking time out of your busy day. to help us navigate this conversation of clear intentions. You guys heard what we have to say about it. We love to see your responses in the Instagram comments, the Facebook group comments, which is a private group, by the way, invite only. Now streaming on Apple,
Spotify,
and Spotify. We have it on YouTube as well. So
make sure y'all subscribe to YouTube, please.
Yeah, how many we got now?
28.
28. I know you're taking it day by day. I know you're taking it day by day.
Hey, refresh every second of the day.
No, so you guys help us out with that. We love to hear your interactions and your reactions on today's episode with Clear Intention. So I don't know. Did you guys have anything else to say while we wrap it up here?
I'm good.
Everybody good?
Yeah.
All right. Until next time.
Peace.
Peace. All right, we good.